So many people are married into spiritual world without knowing they are married into spiritual world. So many people have spiritual wives, spiritual husband without them knowing they are into this spiritual marriage, and it keep tormenting them. It keep causing a lot of negativity to them without them knowing and without them acknowledge the spirit. And funny enough, somebody was asking me, "Oh, Lady P, is it possible that as I'm a human, as I'm living under this earth, that I will have a spiritual wife or a spiritual husband? Or is it possible there is anything called spiritual marriage?" All right, and believe me, there is. So in today's video, we are going to discuss as a family. We are going to talk to each other. All right, this is a meeting ground on how and what and how you will know you are into spiritual marriage and you are also into physical marriage or whatever, and how you can separate yourself, that is if you want to, from it. All right, so relax and let's go together. Good afternoon, good morning, and good evening. I greet you afternoon because it's already afternoon here from where I am. So if it's afternoon from your side, also good afternoon. If it's morning, good morning. If it's evening, I greet you good evening. I hope you guys are doing well. So if today is your first time in this channel or you're just stopping by to say hi, you are highly welcome. Please do consider clicking on the red button, subscribe, and turn on the bell notification so you will always get notified whenever I upload a new video like the video I want us to talk about. All right, so relax and follow us and stay blessed. For my return subscribers, thank you very much. All. I love you and stay blessed. You guys are wonderful, and I pray that God Almighty will bless you. All right, so like I said, we are going to have a family meeting. We are going to talk like a family. All right, because it's very, very good. It's very, very necessary that you understand the things of the world and the things of the spirit so that you will find everything very easy. Like I said, funny enough, somebody was asking me the question like, "Oh, Lady P, is it possible that as I am now, I may have a spiritual wife, I may have a spiritual husband? Does something like this exist?" And that is why a lot of people are suffering without knowing the reason why they are suffering. That is why a lot of people are passing through some negativity, some difficulty in life without knowing. And they kept praying, they kept fasting, they kept doing a lot of things. If you are not hitting your prayer at the right point where the problem is coming from, that is when most of the times you see, "Oh, God is not answering. Oh, I don't have an angel. Oh, I don't have a guardian angel. Nothing is working." But if you understand where your problem is coming from, all right, you will find everything very easy. Let's assume you are suffering from headache and you are taking drugs for stomach pain. You will know what is going to happen. So that is not definitely what is happening to you. So the question really amazes me. So I want us to talk on the spiritual marriage. Firstly, spiritual marriage exists, but mainly like a lot of us think or thought that anybody that have been said, "Oh, you have a spiritual wife or you have a spiritual husband," that spirit is from the water. No, it's not always like that. That is why you see that a lot of people, after doing settlement, maybe spiritual husband or spiritual wife settlement, they are still suffering what they are suffering. It's not that they will not accept, they will accept it. Is a sacrifice, but because you are not doing it to the right channel, because you are not doing it to the right way, that is why you see somebody will tell you, "Oh, I have done all midi like 10 times, like 20 times, and it's not working," because you are doing it wrong. Maybe you are giving the wrong people, not really people that matters to you. Now I want to talk on this. Let me tell you, spiritual husband or spiritual wife, or let's just spiritual marriage, you can have spiritual marriage from so many ways, not only from the water. Yes, there is water exist. That is people that comes from the water. Remember, there is 4 elements: element of water, element of air, element of fire, and element of land. These are the 4 elements, and everyone under this earth must come through this element. Either you come from water or you come from fire and all of that. All right, and let's assume your marriage, spiritual marriage, is from the let me just say from the fire, and you are doing it to the water. You see that is not going to work. You see that you keep doing it and you be complaining that, oh, this and this. And please, before you want to go into this, make sure that the person that is helping you to do it know exactly where your element come from. There is some spiritual marriage you contact from your family background, from the gods of your family, from the gods of your father. I'm going to talk on that. Remember that our forefathers, there is some gods, there is some gods, there is some spirit that they worship. All right, there is some that is why I used to tell you that no matter the religion you believe on, no matter wherever you believe on, you need to understand this thing. It's not something that you can do. Oh, I know all the verses of the Bible. Oh, I know everything. Yes, God answered. Even that Bible said, give what belongs to Caesar, and give what belongs to God, to God. So Bible himself understand. Sometimes you pray, you say, oh, the God of Isaac, Abraham, and Abraham, they stand as the forefathers. Are they here? They're not here. These are the people you hear about their story. Some are good story and some are bad story. That is how you have your own forefathers. I used to have people say, oh, God of choosing, for example. So I'm not trying to I'm not trying to discriminate, or I'm not trying to put anything, but I just want to understand, because yes, they believe that, okay, this man they are calling God of the choosing, he has done something great. Let me put it that way. He's somebody that, oh, you can run to, and they believe on the God of the person. That is why most of the time they say, oh, God of, they wear apron and they believe that it will save them, and it saved them, because your number one is that belief, that thing that you believe on. That is why I told you most of all this recipe, not that they have all the power to themselves. No, you are to pray. You are to pray. Pray to God. Pray to whatever. Pray to, whether you're a Christian, whether you're a Muslim, whether you're a paganist, pray unto that thing. If you remember on most of my video, I say pray to whatever you believe on. Your number one answer to your prayer is your belief. All right? It doesn't matter. That's why I tell you, know the God you are inviting. Because any God that you called will come and work for you. There is some that are coming, after working for you, they take more than what they did for you. And there is some, when they work for you, you go in peace. And that's why I told you, if you have a calling, any calling, both spiritual calling, both any calling, know the God you are inviting. When your God called you, he called you only to yourself. Your own is just to understand these are the things that does this. It's not most you go and invite some spirit. Yes, it's very good that you want to make yourself more powerful. But remember that those spirits, when you are gone, they may be required for another person to serve them. And probably your generation may not like to serve them, and they start tormenting them. So when your God called you, he called you all alone. So know wherever you are answering your calling, whether you are native calling, whether you're a pastor, know the spirit you are inviting. Your spirit you are serving is in you. All you need is to follow it rightly. Keep your hands clean. Talk true. Don't deceive anybody for no reason, and you will see it manifesting. Now, you can be married to the gods of your forefathers. How did this happen? Now, remember that your father have a father, and that father has a father. These are called generation curses. And let me just put it this way. Maybe that's your forefathers, they worship some gods, and that gods is like, maybe the gods, those days, they feel that these are the power that is protecting us. This is the power that is saving us. And let me just say, probably when you were born, those olden days, you have been dedicated into these gods. You have dedicated into these powers. Definitely spiritually, you have been married into that power. That God is expecting you to do that exactly thing where your forefathers is doing, or where your fathers is doing it. And now you've grown up, you don't want all those things, and you have gone. That spirit is there. All right? And this is not what you kill. This is not what you just do. No. Your own is just calm down. Go back to your roots. Ask questions. How did this started? Settle them and let them go. They will leave you. If it's the one that requires to take back the spirit to wherever they brought it from, take it, appease them, and go there and put it and come back. Cleanse yourself. The doors will open. Some of us, maybe our mothers, those days, maybe they are looking for a child, and they went to their gods. Like, I could remember, like, my grandma used to have like this ogirisi leaf that I used to tell you. She just used that ogirisi leaf as if, let me just put it, is as her god. those then. And as a child, whenever you give her something, she must go to that tree and pray that, oh, look at, save my daughter, save my this, he gave me this, he gave me that. And you will take part of those things and put on that particular place. All right. And when she puts it, you know, she has prayed, and everybody as a kid then we just overlook it. We have known that this is her own part of life. We just leave her. All right. To the extent that it gone to where she decided and said, oh, please, I am done with this. And she herself know how she appeased those gods of her and this. And she did it. And she used her mouth and say, now you people should dispose this tree. Normally, you don't try it. All right. On herself, she just said that. And after some few years, not up to 2 years, she died. You see? Now, this is how it was, like that. Some parents, maybe something like that, they have taken it as their God. And maybe they go there, they're looking for a child. Or maybe, you know, those days, they're born, maybe when they give birth, the child will die. When they give birth, the child, and they will go there and pray, oh, when you keep this child is going to serve you. This child is going to do this and do this. And probably, maybe you or your sister or your brother is born, being made that promise to, and that life was preserved. So the person has been married to that God, to that spirit. It's also called a spiritual marriage. All right. And some of us, like some mothers, you are looking for a child, and maybe they took you to some places, and the person give you some herbs, or go inside the bush, or command anything, and maybe probably God answer. Yes, you have married to that God. And another one is marrying to the marine. That is which every one of us thought, oh, once you had marrying, I'm married from marine, I have a spiritual husband, that means you are married to marine. It's not like that. So always understand your spiritual marriage, where it comes from. Believe me, just one settlement or one just thing, you will get over it. I overheard somebody saying one day in a church, and she was like, does it mean that this spiritual husband does not die? That since even when she was a kid, that they kept telling her, you have a spiritual husband. She has been going for deliverance. She has been doing this. She has been doing this till today. The thing keeps happening. And I laughed. I didn't say anything. Your own is just to follow the right way, and it will go. All right? So that is another way. Okay. Now, how do you know you have this spiritual marriage? That is where I'm going, based on the question I got. Now, number one is this. You sleep at night, you wake up and be mixed up. As a lady, as a man, you sleep only you at the night, you wake up, you are seeing some mixed up on your body. What happened? Did you sleep with a woman? Did you sleep with a man? Definitely something happened. That is why you are wet. All right? So know it that anytime you are having spiritual intercourse or sexual intercourse, that means you have a spiritual spouse. Another way is this. All right? Sometimes you are alone and you feel like somebody is with you. Like you'll be feeling some noises, you'll be hearing that, like some people are like that. You are on your own, nobody is with you, and you are feeling somebody's presence to you. You have a spiritual spouse. You are just, sometimes nobody offend you, nobody talk to you, you just unnecessary anger. Like when somebody talks to you, it seems as if that person just shook you, knife and all that. Know it, you have a spiritual spouse. All right? Another way is this. People used to say when you eat in a dream, mostly is not that, because witchcraft do come through dream. Bad people come through dream. Like somebody that wants to attack you, it can come to give you food in your dreams in order to project some evil seed, in order to project sickness or whatever into your body. So many forces, many evil people comes through eating in the dream. That is another different case. All right. Now, another way you know you have this is that some people, when you got married, to have children is a problem. Your husband is fine. You are fine. All right. but conceiving becomes a problem. Sometimes in your dream, you are playing with children. Sometimes in your dream, you are seeing yourself playing in the midst of children, or you are giving birth. Know it, you have a spiritual spouse. Or sometimes it happens that if you have the jealous type, when you married your husband as a woman, even if that man is a billionaire, he's going to come down from billionaire to zero, because the spiritual man is jealous or angry. Your own is just to look away, to settle them and let them go. All right? Another way, as a man, nothing is working for you. You do up, you travel all over the world, nothing for you. And sometimes you dream so many dream, you see yourself getting married in the dream, doing this and this. There is so many ways you will know you have a spiritual spouse. So I think these few one, because if I should be talking more of that, we are going to make this video so long. All right, so your own is that understand where your spiritual spouse are and settle them. And another thing, there is some things, or there is some smells, or there's some odor that scares some spirits away. That is life. There is something that some people now, as a human, let's put it that way, there is some scent, like some perfumes, that when you have their odor, you start vomiting. There is some perfume or some cream that you don't like perceiving the odor. That is how it is. So mainly there is some odors, or there is some smells, or what will I say, that many spirits don't like hearing or coming. Like I did a video on this garlic and salt is another way. And another thing is that if you notice you have this spirit and you want to separate yourself, how do you do? There is, like, you just want to scare them. If you want to separate them, go to the right way and separate them. Don't forget to pray. I'm not saying you shouldn't be praying. There is nothing prayer cannot do. There is nothing. Whether you're a Christian, whether you're a paganist, whether you're a Muslim, make yourself a habit of praying. There is a benefit on that. All right? But don't forget to give what belongs to Caesar, and what belongs to God. It's like somebody being a ritualist. You kill people to make money. You are into occultic, and because you've made money through blood sharing, and you enter into one fire church like that, and you be donating billions, donating millions and all that, and you think that will cover you. It will not cover you, because those things that you are doing, that power that is giving you that money, you need to settle them. All right? You don't go and rob Peter and come and pay Paul. Life is not like that. Now, if you notice this and you want to get rid of it, let me put it that way, what do you do? Number one, if you are married, anytime you have a sexual intercourse, or you have a carnal relationship with your husband, don't sleep being wet. Immediately stand up and go and fresh up. Go and take your bath to remove all those stuff. I don't know the name of that, I'm a small girl. So, but anytime something like that happen, make sure you have your bath to remove those things. Another thing is this: know the kind of bed sheet or the kind of things. Don't use something like all this animal skin, all these always use something like pure. It can be white, it can be pink and all that, but don't use something that is scary. Another thing is that whether single or married, don't sleep naked. All right? Don't sleep naked. Anytime you want to sleep, make sure you put on dresses. It can be nightwear, it can be anything, but don't sleep naked. Another way is this: don't, as a lady, don't stand in a mirror being naked and be looking yourself. I'm not saying maybe if you want to make up, you will not look at mirror. No, like being completely naked and you're looking your nakedness in the mirror. Don't do that. All right? If possibly, you can always put on white dresses to sleep. It's fine. All right? That is it. And another thing is this: anytime that you want to sleep, get Psalm. Mostly read Psalm. I told you, Psalm is not only for Christians. Psalm is for everybody. You see that psalm you see. That is why so many videos you will see, oh, use this so psalm for breakthrough, use this so psalm for favor. And a lot of us thought, oh, it's just a mere video. Yes, it works. Whether from me or from anybody, there are many psalms stands for many things. Your own is just to stand on the word of that psalm and make your prayers. Most especially, maybe when you see some name, you change that name to your name. Pray that prayer and go and relax. It works. And finally, anytime you want to sleep, make sure you pray using Psalm 24. All right? And pray. When you are doing this thing, make it a habit. Get a garlic. Blend the garlic. Put it inside a bowl that has cover or rubber that has cover. Put salt inside. If you have a normal salt, use. If you have a sea salt, use. Now, anytime you want to bed, like you want to sleep, all right, be putting that mixture, cover it and keep it. Anytime you want to bed, especially at night, put it inside your bathing water and keep bathing with it. Do this recipe for 21 days and observe yourself. Come and tell me on the comment section how your experience is. All right, so these are the way you can do. So always, like, if you want to sleep, use that Psalm 24, read it from 1 to end and lie down and sleep. All right, make it a habit. As you keep doing this thing, let me tell you something. It's like when you are putting something for a fowl. Every day you drop a corn for fowl, fowl will come and eat it. You drop a corn for fowl, fowl will come and eat it. Maybe the fowl have come today, it did not see fowl. Tomorrow it will still come to look for the fowl and it did not see it. Next tomorrow, do you think it will stop? It will not. It will keep coming and see if you are still dropping it. There is time that, oh, it will keep coming and see, oh, there is no corn there again. It will stop coming. So that is why you need to keep doing this. You need to keep doing this, monitoring yourself, examining yourself, seeing how it's working, how things is being done or work in your life before you know, okay, now I think I can stop doing this and all that. All right. Finally, I want to tell you, there is spiritual marriage. Like the lady that was asking me, there is spiritual marriage. Until you understand, that is why it costs a lot of single ladies not to marry. A man will see you like this, he will love you. When he gets to marry stuff, he will go. So there is. All you need to do is just to follow the right way. Do it and God Almighty will deliver you. So don't take it for granted. Don't take it, oh, I'm the most holiest person. Don't take it, oh, I'm the righteous person. No. Remember, give what belongs to Caesar to the Caesar, and give what belongs to God. And somebody was telling me, praying, calling my ancestor, is he good? I don't know what your ancestors have done, whether they did good or they could do bad. You come from lineage. You come from generation. You did not come from heaven. So you have a forefathers. It's like I said, you call the God of Abraham the God. That is how you call. If your forefathers do well, that is why you see some families, when you go into them, so go to them, the family is good. Because of the covenant of their forefathers, that means they did well. That is how we ourselves stand to be. If you do well tomorrow, it's your children that will benefit it. If you do bad, it's also your children that will benefit it. And that your children will never say, oh, I don't have mother, I don't have father. They come from generation. All right. And remember, you that comes, you still have a father. You still come from generation, and even your father come from generation. So this is what is called generation. So if your generation is being built on a good way, you reap it. If it's being built in a bad way, you still benefit from it. Your own is just to stand, do the necessary thing, give what belongs to Caesar, and give what belongs to God, and your doors will open. Thank you for watching. Please, I'm sorry for making this video too long, but I hope you learned something today. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, share. In my next video, we talk more about this topic. See you and remain blessed. Bye.